The Hopkinton Hillers Boys Tennis team finished the regular season with a perfect 18-0 record and clinched the 2 seed in the Division II state tournament. The Hillers battled 32nd seed Whitman-Hanson in the round of 32 and took the win via a 5-0 sweep to improve to 19-0 and advance to the round of 16. We caught up with the captains after their playoff win.
You had your first round of 32 playoff match today. How'd it go out there?
It went great. I mean, they weren't the strongest team, but it's okay because, we always just play our best tennis. And we were able to finish fairly quickly, which was nice. The weather held up, too, which is also a big plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to build good habits early on in the tournament, and we kind of identified some of the mistakes we made, so we'll hit the courts again tomorrow to fix them before the next round.
Yeah, to reiterate what Risha was saying, we are spotting some of the mistakes, and we're just going to work on them to make sure we're ready for the next tougher matches that we'll have later down the tournament.
All right, so you guys have had an incredible season, undefeated, TVL Large champions. I mean, how does that all feel? That must feel great.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, it's the first time that a boys tennis team has done it at Hopkinton, so we're quite proud of that. And we're just hoping to carry that momentum forward and maybe take the tournament.
I think it's definitely brought us super close as a team. I mean, being undefeated is I think crazy, especially we play some Division I teams that are really, really strong. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really just given us fire. It's given us energy, and we're taking that and we're going to use it towards the rest of this tournament.
Yeah, it's obviously something we strive for, hitting the courts every day at practice, but over the past few years, we've lost certain games in the regular season, but to come out this year and perform at that level, I think it's really exceeding our expectations. So just carrying that momentum forward.
So now the only thing you got to do is win a state championship, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it been like playing with this group all season long? You guys seem like a close-knit team.
Yeah, it's honestly been great. I've known these guys since my freshman year, and being captains and mentor, because we have a relatively new team too. We have 7 or 8 first-year varsity members, and really showing them how it's done has been really great and a great experience overall.
Yeah, I think the combination of having some of the more experienced players on the team, like us, and then some of the others, and then also a lot of new faces, it's brought a new energy to the team. So I think that combination has really just helped us get a good momentum going, I guess.
I think as well, to add on to what Rishit said, we have a lot of different personalities on this team, and I think with all the diversity that we have, we're able to we have such a great group, and we kind of bounce off each other super well, and our chemistry is through the roof, not only as a team, but as friends.
All right, and let's see, I know the ultimate goal is, of course, to win a state championship, but is there anything else that you're looking to achieve on this playoff run?
I'm hoping for just phenomenal tennis, honestly. State champs would be amazing, so good, but I think what really matters is if we play our heart out and, minimize errors, cut down on unforced errors, and just play super, super well, and we're all happy with how we played, then I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, I think obviously winning the state tournament is the end goal, but we focus on match to match. What can we do for the next round to make sure that we're playing our best tennis, minimizing errors, and getting better? Because we still have to get better from now to further rounds. So just focusing on that instead of having that end goal in mind, obviously, but one step at a time.
Yeah, something else that I think we're also focusing on as senior captains is also making sure we're leaving a good legacy. And so we have some good freshmen, and we're hoping that by playing with them, by mentoring them and so on, we'll be able to make sure that they can continue to succeed as we've had this season into the next season, especially given that Hopkinton is going to be D1 next year, so that's going to be a new challenge.
Hillers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Hillers!
It's a hard-working group, we've had a few of them that have been with us for 4 years, many of them that have been with us for 3. So they they certainly understand what the standard is here, and they seem to elevate that year after year after year. So this year we've got some senior heavy guys, occupying the 2, 3 in the double spots there. So they're a group that have been with us for a while that certainly understand how to get it done and have proven to get it done this year. So it's been a lot of fun to see how much they've improved over the last few years and seeing the hard work that they put in really come to fruition for them.
And if I'm not mistaken, your captains, they were here the last couple years as well on those impressive runs that you guys had.
Absolutely.
Back here this year, hoping to, of course, make the ultimate run and get to that next level in the postseason. Just talk about these captains you have this season and the leadership they provide.
Yeah, they've been with us for a few years. Some of them have been with us, if I can say it, been with us for 4, and one of them has been with us for 3. And like I mentioned earlier, they know what it takes to get there. They've been there before, and like you mentioned, we feel like we've been very close getting there and being that last one standing. Last few years seem like we've gotten bounced out of the semifinals a couple times, and I think the quarterfinals last year. So the group definitely has some experience. They know what it takes. They're not resting on any laurels of the 18-0 season that we had so far. We've talked about that. Once the postseason starts, it's survive and advance. You turn the page, and today was a good match. It showed how good these guys were compared to some of the other teams out there. But we certainly know that it only gets more challenging from here. They understand that, and they can't wait to get on the tennis courts tomorrow to get even better for the next match.
All right, and your captains mentioned there's a number of different personalities on the team this year, some new guys. Can you talk about some of the new guys and this team's chemistry?
Sure. They've all they get together off the courts, right? They do their dinners. They go out for ice cream all the time. We've got a couple freshmen that have come in, and they've proven to be some really good players. We were fortunate, I would say, to have a gift this year that we got from Germany. We have a German exchange student in Max that's been with us this year. I get an email from him sometime, I don't know, somewhere in the ballpark of a year ago asking about tennis. So we quickly hooked him up with the captains that we have, and he was out here playing during the fall, playing some fall tennis with them. So he's proven to be not such a fierce competitor inside the fence, but you get him outside the fence, he's such an easygoing guy. The kids all get along with him really well. He's mentioned before how fortunate he is to be here to play some team tennis, because they don't get a lot of that back in Germany. But I'll tell you that he's been a gift for us, and the kids magnetized towards him, and it's a diverse group of kids that all get together really, really well.
All right, and obviously the ultimate goal is the state championship. But what are you looking to see out of this team during this postseason run?
Just compete, right? And they've done that all year, regardless of who we're playing. And I would tell you that a lot of our toughest competition comes during our practices, and they come and they bring it practice every day. They look at each other, I think, during practices as more as training partners as opposed to teammates. They get as competitive as they possibly can during those practices, and it really makes for fun and engaging practices where I feel like they just continue to set the bar higher and higher every time they go out and hit a tennis ball. And that's really the name of the game. It's not necessarily taking a look at winning certain, whether it's a league or advancing from that perspective, but just trying to get better with every tennis ball that we hit. And I think at the end of the year we'll be sitting in a pretty good place and looking back and saying we gave it everything that we had.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win today, and hopefully many more to come.
Appreciate it. Thank you.